content, let me take a moment to introduce myself so you know who is guiding you on this journey. So I am Gopi, currently working as senior data engineer at a Publicis Group A, with over 10 years of experience in the field of data engineering. I completed my BTech from IIIT Noseweed in 2014 and MTech from NIT Kurukshetra, which gave me a strong foundation in data and technology. So I was doing my masters. I worked on big data, okay, big data related projects. So from that time onwards, I have a strong foundation in data and technology. Beyond my industry role, I have always loved teaching. Over the past 3 years, I have trained more than 500 aspiring data professionals, helping them shape successful careers. Okay, so now that you know a little about me, okay, so yes, yes, you all came here, right? So why should Gopi? So nice. I want to change my role. Okay, I want to shift to this other path. So I'm not finding any career growth due to this AI or something. I am new here. I want to shift from non-IT to IT. So I'm new here. I'm fresher. So I don't know anything. So I want to move to high demand role, that is cloud computing, data engineering. So you all came here with different thoughts and different aims you have. So why should I change? Why should I choose data engineering only? What not? Why not other fields? You can ask me, because it is high paying and in demand across all industries. Okay, so it is not confined to only one industry, like it is only so data engineering is only in health, okay, healthcare. Not like that, it is everywhere. Okay, so I mean, so it is in whether it is healthcare, finance, e-commerce, or entertainment, or banking, any sector you take. So these data engineers are needed now, because after COVID, so before COVID also, companies are moving to cloud. From on-premise to cloud they are moving. After COVID, so they understood, so we should not work from on-premise, so it is not secure, so everything is changing. So we have to go with the industry flow. Okay, so that's why everyone wants to move their data and everything to cloud. Okay, so when they are moving from on-premise to cloud, they need data migration. The data is already in on-premise, so they need to move the data from on-premise to cloud. Who will be doing this part? Who will be taking data migration part? Data engineer has to move that part. Okay, so now 50% of the organizations and companies moved to cloud. Already they migrated. So for them, they have recruited to migrate their data, to build their pipelines, to flow the data from one place to another place, to clean their data, to maintain their system. So data engineers they have procured. But now, so remaining 50 by end of the 2030, so remaining 50% of the organizations also want to move to cloud, because cloud is very cheap compared to on-premise. Cloud is very cheap and no need to maintain anything. So Microsoft, I mean, cloud providers will be taking care of everything, right? So that's why every industry is moving to cloud. So to maintain their pipelines, to migrate their data, so they need data engineers. So now new jobs for data engineers will be what for new, I mean, so for those companies who will be migrating in the future, right, by 2030, for them to maintain their systems, to migrate their data, to build their pipelines, they need more data engineers. So new jobs will be produced. Okay, so they need more data engineers. And so who is recruiting these data engineers? So top giants like Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and even non-technical companies like banks and hospitals are hiring data engineers. Okay, so this is not just a trend, it's a long-term career opportunity, guys. Data engineering is not a trend, so it is long term. Next 10 years also, AI cannot replace that. I will prove. Wait for 5 minutes. I will prove why AI cannot replace data engineering. And so this is the first step into a high growth career. Okay, so whether you are a student, fresher, or switching from a non-IT background, this session can be your first step into high growth career. We will help you build strong foundations, work on real-time projects, and get industry ready. Okay. Yes. Yeah, so everyone, so you are everyone will work for money only, right? So there will be passion for something, but at the end of the day, so we need money also with because we have many things to do, right? So we need money also. We are working, so for that work we have to be paid. So everyone wants to work in high paying job only, right? So data engineers are among the most highest paid technical professionals now. So after data scientist, you can Google it. You can search on Chat GPT or somewhere. You all have access, right? Just now you can search on the internet. So who are the highest paid technical professionals now? So the second answer will be, first answer is data scientist. Second answer will be data engineers. Okay. So with a just few years with a just few years of experience, you can earn between 50 to 30 lakhs. So I will show that chart. So I am having one chart with 5 years, total 5 years, and on Azure 3 years, you can land between 15 to 30. If your interview performance is very good, then you can earn more than this also. Okay, more than 30 lakhs also. Okay, I have seen some guys who took the training for 3 months and dedicatedly worked, and they are working for 25 to 30 lakhs now. So with just 5 years of experience, okay, they are passed out of 2019 and they are earning more than 25 lakhs. And yes, for data engineer, not only in India, not only in US or not only UK, so global demand is there. So according to LinkedIn and Glassdoor, over 5 lakh jobs will be, okay, for data engineers, jobs will be available globally by 2026. Okay, by end of the 2026, 5 lakhs jobs will be available, and demand is growing faster than supply. Because I told na, so remaining 50% of the organizations also want to move to cloud. So which cloud they want to move? Because so we have three clouds, right? So majorly, one is AWS, other one is Microsoft, last one is GCP. So why Azure? Why Microsoft Azure? Because so in enterprise industry means our IT industry. So all products, every system, all products are Microsoft, from Microsoft only. Azure also from Microsoft only. So integrating their systems with Microsoft Cloud is very easy and it is very fast. Okay. So integrating Microsoft product with the AWS or GCP will be difficult to maintain. So upgradation, everything they need some more, one more team to integration for this integration. But for Microsoft products to integrate with Microsoft Cloud, it is very cheap, very easy, because so they everything will be running from Microsoft only, right? So that's why integration, easy integration, and so no other cloud provider will be giving pay as you go. So in Microsoft, we have pay as you go model. If you create some, if you subscribe for some service, you will not be charged. Whenever you run pipelines, whenever you build pipelines, whenever you utilize or consume those services, then only you will be paid. Okay, not like phone recharge. So for this month we need to pay this much, so 300 rupees, so you will get unlimited calls. If you are speaking, if you are using that service or not, they will be deducting 300 rupees or 500 rupees, right? Not like that. So at the end of the month, so how much you use, that much only, for that much only we need to pay. So that is attracting all the industries. That's why there is high availability and there is high demand for data engineers. Okay, you can search on Naukri or LinkedIn. So for Databricks engineers, how many openings are there? For Azure Data Engineer, how many openings there? For Microsoft Fabric, how many openings are there? That you can search it. Okay, and so in data, Microsoft Azure, if you don't have any knowledge on coding, still you can start as data engineer and you can build your pipeline. I will show you. So we have Data Factory, Azure Data Factory, which doesn't need any code. If you don't know any code, also no problem. You can still design pipelines. You can still collect the data. You can still generate the data. You can still transform the data without coding knowledge also. Okay, so now you can habituated to data and you can create some pipelines using no coding tools like Azure Data Factory, and you can start learning. So you can start learning Python and SQL basics, and you can use Databricks, which needs PySpark coding that we will be teaching. Okay, so that's why we will be starting with Azure Data Factory first. It is a drag and drop tool and you don't need coding, and you will be habituated to data, and you will see what the structure is, so how data flows, everything you will be learning. So for first 1 month. Next, Python, SQL, then Databricks, okay, PySpark, Databricks, then extensive. If data is big, then we can use Databricks, okay. So by that, okay, so in the Azure, we have no code to pro code tools. Everything is available. And I already told, so you can work in exciting domains, means AI, IoT, healthcare, finance, retail. So every industry, you name one industry, so they need data engineers. Okay. So I want to prove this one. What will AI replaces data engineering? The answer is big no. Let me prove this, because everyone has fear, that fear now. So is AI is going to replace data engineering, our jobs will be in risk. So everyone has that fear. I am daily, so whenever some candidates call me, so they are Gopi sir, I want to start this one, so will AI replaces it? Because already, so I am working as QA, so this one my last month, so my I was fired due to this layoffs, they are saying. Okay, but AI cannot replace data engineers, because to AI systems to work, so the last one is AI system, right? How AI system will work? So AI system uses training models. Okay, it uses training models from data scientists. Okay, from data science, they will use. So AI system will use training models, and it will perform tasks. Okay, like fault detection, product recommendation, and answering our questions. So everything will be AI system will perform, but so it has to be trained, right? Someone has to train this AI. Okay, it cannot work alone. So we will be training this data scientist. Okay, so data scientist will be training, writing his statistical models, AI models, machine learning models. So he will be writing his models, and AI will use these models, and it will perform AI task. Okay, so for data scientist, who will be giving the data? So data scientist cannot get the data, he will not get in clean data. So from where he will be getting data? He will be getting data from data engineer. Okay, so for data, we will be having data, right? So who is giving the data to data scientist? Data engineer has to give the data, clean data. So data engineer will collect the raw data from different sources, and first he will be doing what he will be doing. He will be cleaning the data. First he collects the raw data, and he will clean the data. Cleaning means removing null values, removing duplicates, and transforming. So transformations, removing some columns or adding some columns, filtering out some columns, some rows. So like that, he will be doing transformation as per requirement, and he will provide the data engineer will provide the clean data which is ready for process or ready for training. So data scientist will be getting data from data engineer which is ready for analysis. That data will be provided by data engineer. So AI system cannot do data, cannot replace data engineer, because so AI system cannot work without data scientist. Data scientist without work, he cannot work without cleaner data. So that cleaner data will be provided by data engineer. Okay, so you can ask me, Gopi, so this AI system cannot clean the data, whatever data engineer is doing now, so cannot be done by AI? So no, because every organization has unique architecture, right? So they have, every organization have their own compliance rules, and they have their own business logic. If AI can do something, AI can assist. AI can assist. It can assist as, it can work as, AI can work as data engineer's assistant, but not as a boss. Okay, so it will be assisting. So data to as a Gopi, you can use this, you can use this, but I have to provide. It doesn't know my architecture. It doesn't know my business logic. And so companies will not give their own data, real-time data to AI system. So it doesn't know what data it is. So it may know what type of data it will be. So that, so every organization has their own architecture, their own rules, their own business logic. So only experienced engineer can design fault tolerance systems. Okay, AI cannot do. Okay. Yes, what this can do, AI system, AI can assist data engineer, but it cannot work as boss to data engineer. So near future, in next 10 years, so there will be no problem for data engineering, and many data engineering jobs will be available, because other industries are moving to cloud. Okay, so am I answer to your question? So if you have fear of will AI replaces data engineering, this is biggest fear in everyone. So everyone wants to high paying job and high demanding job. So data engineering is yes, first priority. Yeah. Next, so what is difference between on-premise versus cloud? So you'll be listening cloud, 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 cloud. What is this cloud? So what is on-premise? On-premise is nothing but so all our data storages big. So before 10 years, you'll be seeing in every office there will be big machines, many servers, many laptops, many monitors. So they are it is in companies physical building, so everything will be there. Okay, so that is on premise. So what we can say, 1 minute. Mm, on premise we can say means all the servers, storage and software are physically located, so everything is located physically inside the company's own buildings. Okay, so the company is fully responsible for buying them, maintaining them and upgrading. So who will be doing upgrades, who will be maintaining for upscaling or downscaling, who is responsible? Company is responsible. Then what is this cloud now? So cloud means so everything. Cloud means storing and accessing data, servers and software or and everything are over the internet. Okay, so it will be managed by cloud providers like Microsoft Azure, AWS and Google. Okay, so they will be maintaining this. So just what companies are doing, companies will be renting those services. That's it. So instead of owning them, they will be renting. So if I want 1 TB of data, so I will click, I will choose only 1 TB. If my business is performing well, if I want to upscale, then what I can do in one click, I can upscale to 10 TB. If my business is not performing well, so I can downgrade it to 500 GB. Okay, so that much flexibility is there with cloud. Okay, but in on-premise, you bought 10 TB data. Okay, maybe servers with high cost. Your business is not doing well. Is it possible to resell it? Not possible. It is wastage of cost only. Okay, so you have to maintain, you have to own physical building, and you have to procure administrative engineering engineers, network engineers and many supporting staff you have to procure for cloud. So you don't need anything, just you need to subscribe for those services and you can start business. It is not possible with on premise. So these are the features, these are the key features of cloud. So one is so scalability. If you want to upscale or downscale, you can do it within seconds with one click away. So everything is possible in cloud. In on premise it is not like that. You have to go for tenders, so it will take months to years time. And it is cost effective because just we are renting, we are not owning, we are not buying. So we are not buying hardware, we are not procuring anyone, and we are not responsible for maintaining or updating. So cloud providers will take that. Okay, cloud providers will take care of everything. And maintenance, cloud providers will be maintaining this in old days. So in on premise, so we have to, companies have to maintain everything. And global accessibility, yes, this is main thing. So earlier everything is inside physical, building, physical buildings, right, in offices. So you need to go to office and you need to work there. But now you can sit in your home, you can sit in your kitchen, you can sit in garden and you can work. Okay, so that is there. And and it is over the internet, right? You can travel, you can travel, and one guy from New York, he is working, you are working from India, you both can work on same notebook, you both can design same pipeline, both can discuss on same pipeline. Okay, that is there. And it is security wise also, it has advanced security because who is providing security as, so the top most reputed companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, they are providing security to us. And auto updates and innovation, they will be taken care of. So we no need to upgrade it to newer version, so they will be upgraded automatically. And that one will be taken care by cloud providers only. Okay. And okay, Gopi, this is good. So then what is data? So we are talking about data engineers. So what is data? So data is nothing but it is a raw information. Okay, so it is raw information like numbers, text or images that we collect from different sources. Okay, I mean, so if you are working for e-commerce website, so sales data, from where we will get sales data? You will be getting sales data from what app, right? Amazon app or Flipkart. Where we will be purchasing everything? So through apps only, right? So app will be storing sales data. So that is one data. And that inventory data, product data. So the how many how much productivity is there. So that inventory data will be from data warehouses. And customer support, we will be calling to customer care, right? So customer support logs will be from CRM, customer relational management. Okay, so we have three different datas now. So one from one from apps, that is sales data, one from data warehouse, that is inventory data, one from CRM, so customer related data. So we need to collect all this data and we need to integrate all this data. So who will be doing this one? So data engineer has to do this one. So why he has to do this one? Because based on this data, based on the past data only, so what businesses, what leadership will do, they will take decision from this data. So we will be collecting all the data, right? So after collecting the data, they will be seeing today which product has more sales, and which inventory, so which product has more manufacturing, and so from which region we are getting more sales. So they can take from this data only, data analyst or data scientist will be giving insights to them, right? So they will be planning their business, okay, based on this data only. So yeah, so you can ask me, Gopi, so that data can be any form, right? So we will be getting data from data can be structured. So whenever you entering the data in DMART, so they will be entering in some fields. So it is organized. That is structured data. So tables kinds of data is structured data. Semi-structured means so the logs or JSON files or CSV files, they are semi-structured. Or unstructured means sometimes you will be getting data from images, videos, and text also. So that is unstructured. So data engineer has to collect any form of the data, and he has to clean the data, and he has to and he has to provide that clean data to data scientist. Okay, and one more thing, so it will becomes valuable when transformed into insights. Okay, so I have 10 GB of data. So is it useful to me? No, because if I collect we have hundreds of DMA stores. If I collect all the data with me and if I store in somewhere, it is not useful. When you collect the data, when you clean the data, when you transform it data, when you perform aggregations, I mean, so which data, which DMA store is performing well, which product is performing well, that kind of insights if you bring, then only it will be useful, right? So leadership will not won't they don't want 10 GB of data or 1 trillion of records. They don't want. What they want only 10 lines of aggregated data, 10 lines of dashboard or some reports only. They don't want 10 GB of data. So that's what, so it becomes valuable when transformed into insights only, not the original data. Okay, so if I provide original data to them, they want to go through that 10 GB of records, right? So we have to build dashboards, we have to build aggregations. Okay, so who will be responsible for this? Data engineer. So data engineer has to collect the raw data, and he has to clean the data, and he has to transform the data, and which will be ready for analysis. So the data analyst or data scientist will work on this clean data, and they will uncover some insights. Okay, yes. So why we need data? Because for decision making and innovation and growth and efficiency. Okay, so based on the past data only, they will take decisions. Okay, so this DMART is good, performing well, we can send more products to it, we can increase the manpower, and we can increase this salaries also. And if the one DMART is not performing well, so what they will do? So no need of that much manpower there, so no need to send that much products to there, it is not performing well. So business leadership will take decisions. And okay, so innovation and growth, maybe so Bangalore is metropolitan city, so the all stores in Bangalore are performing well. So what they can do, so they can innovate or they can do some refinement, or so they can what so provide some complimentary gifts or something to this one people, Bangalore people, because so they will be attracted, right? So if we giving something for free, they will be attracted, and there will be more for their business to perform. Okay, and efficiency also. based on the past perform fast data only, they can plan the everything in pre-plan the everything, so that their efficiency will be good. Okay, so no need to invest more on which are non-perform. Okay, they can pre-plan so that their efficiency will grow. Okay, so in data team, we will be having many roles. So data engineer, data analyst, and data scientist. Okay, these people also will be there, but our focus will be with these three. So what data engineer will do? Data engineer will collect the data, raw data, and he builds the data pipelines, and he will clean the data, and which is ready for analysis. So using this data and clean data, data analyst and data scientist will work. So data analyst will work on the clean data, and he will prepare reports and dashboards. Data scientist, what he will do on top of this clean data, so he can build his models and machine learning algorithms and statistical models he will build. Okay. Yes. Now, so you can ask me, Gopi, what will be my work if I join in this course and if I train well? Okay, so after this, I will attend some interviews. I will go I will join in some company. Okay, I will work as data engineer. But what will be my work? Okay, I will show you. So in data engineering, we have medallion architecture. Okay, so gold layer, the top most layer is gold layer. In this gold layer, you will be having valuable data, I mean aggregated data, and middle layer is silver layer. Okay, so it will be having clean data, and first layer will be bronze layer, and it will be having raw data. Okay, so data engineers work is to design ETL pipelines. Okay, so he has to perform ETL processing. Okay, so what is this ETL? ETL or ELT? So both are same process, but we will be doing first. ETL means extracting the data. So data engineer has to extract the data, and after extracting the raw data, he has to transform this data, cleaning and transforming as per requirement. So we have to transform the data, so we have to send the data to a desired destination, right? That is loading. So data engineer is responsible for building this ETL process. So ETL, extracting, transformation, and loading. So he is responsible for this ETL process. Okay, so data engineer first will collect raw data, right? So after collecting this raw data, he will keep the data inside bronze layer. In Azure, we have ADLS, Azure Data Lake Storage. It can store structured data, unstructured data, and semi-structured data. Okay, so that is our bronze layer. So first in the ETL process, first part will be collecting the data, right? So we call data ingestion. So which tool we will be using? Okay, so for ETL process, we have many tools. So one is ETL tools are Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks, and in our course we have Fabric also. Okay, so Azure Data Factory is independent ETL tool. Azure Databricks is independent ETL tool. Fabric also, it is all in one tool. It can perform everything. Okay, so Gopi, why I need to learn ADF? Why I need to learn Databricks? Why I need this Fabric now? So this is very new. Why need this one? I will learn only ADF. I will perform. No, no. So ADF, so we can use ADF data factory for reading the data, I mean ingesting the data. So first, so ADF, using ADF, what we can do, data ingestion and data pipeline orchestration, we will be using data factory. Using data factory, what we can do, we can ingest the data from different sources, and we can store the data in Microsoft Cloud, that is ADLS, Azure Data Log Storage. It will act as our branch layer. So Gopi, why we need, I can do with a Databricks also, ingestion of data, I will do with Databricks, but Databricks is costly, and data factory is drag and drop tool, and it has the ability to connect with other services easily. So we need to connect with, okay, so when you are ingesting the data can be inside Azure or outside Azure also. It can be from apps also, Amazon app also, Flipkart app also. Okay, so they are not internal to Azure, right? So ADF has the ability to connect with other services easily. Whereas Databricks, you need to write the code and it doesn't have inbuilt linked services. Where in a Data Factory, we have linked services. They can be used. We can use those linked services to connect with other services, and it is cheaper. That's why we will use in a hybrid mode. I mean, so Data Factory we will be using for cheaper. So doing ingestion and pipeline scheduling when my pipeline has to run. So for that kind of work, we can be using this Data Factory. You can ask me, Gopi, you are saying ADF as ETL tool. So it will perform transformation also. If you want to remove nulls, we can do it. If you want to remove duplicates, we can do using Data Factory. If you want to do some transformation like joins, unions, and many things, we can do with Data Factory also. But Data Factory doesn't have Data Factory doesn't have computing big data computing engine like Databricks, because Databricks has Apache Spark compute engine. So where parallel processing is possible, Data Factory runs on only single mission, whereas Databricks runs on multiple missions. So it has master slave. So master and one master and many workers it has. So instead of running on my code running on one mission, I can run on multiple missions. Okay. So if one task is taking 1 hour on ADF, it will take 10 minutes in Databricks because of many workers. So we have clusters in Databricks. That is not possible with Data Factory. That's why if you require transformation, we will go with Databricks. Okay. So ingestion of data into the branch layer using ADF and transformation. Okay. So we will be using Databricks where so from branch layer, after collecting the data into branch layer, we have to clean the data, we have to transform the data. So we will be using Databricks because of Apache Spark compute engine, big data processing computing engine. So parallel processing is possible with Databricks, and it can handle how much size it is. It can handle. Data Factory can handle only medium size data. Databricks can handle big data. How much large it is, it can handle because of big data processing computing engine. I think that is parallel processing, distributed computing engine. That is Apache Spark it has. So after bronze layer, we will clean and transform, and we will keep in silver layer. After silver layer, it is clean data only. So if you want to perform some aggregations and all, we can use Databricks. Either you can use Databricks, or you can use Synapse Analytics, or you can use Power BI, or you can use Microsoft, anything you can use. So we will be using most scenarios, we will be using Databricks for aggregations also. So this aggregated data will be used by business and business, I mean, leadership. So they will use this gold layer data. Okay. So it is gold layer data is nothing but aggregated data or reports or dashboards, that kind of visualization data. So it will be used by what? Whom? Business leadership. Okay. Yes. So we need ADF and Databricks because so ADF will perform our data ingestion and pipeline scheduling, and Databricks will be performing our transformation and big data processing and okay. And next, what is this Fabric, Gopi? So ADF we understood. It is no code tool, drag and drop. It is used for data ingestion. Databricks for transformation. Why this Microsoft Fabric? Microsoft Fabric is a new thing. So it is just 2 years old only. It can perform whatever. If you want to ingest the data, if you want to build pipeline, so we need ADF earlier. But inside Fabric only you can build pipelines. Inside Fabric only you can store the data. We need in Azure, if you go for Azure, we need separate one. So ADF is separate and storage container is separate. But in Fabric only we have ADF properties, and in Fabric only we have storage container. Okay, to if it is big data, if you want to process the data, we need Databricks in Azure. But Databricks, big data processing and Spark ability and writing notebooks, it is possible inside Fabric only. It is integrated. Okay, if you want to perform Power BI related work, so Power BI is integrated with Fabric. So if you name anything related to Azure data engineering or data scientist or data analyst work, so it is integrated with Fabric. If you want to perform, if you want to design pipelines, we can design inside Fabric. If you want to perform big data processing work, we can do it with Fabric. Okay. So if you want to perform AI or ML work for data scientists, so it is possible with Fabric. If you want Power BI related work, you can do it Fabric. It is integrated. Everything is integrated. If you want to perform some analytics and data warehousing, so we need Azure Synapse Analytics in Azure. But here it is integrated with Fabric. So that's why we call Fabric as all-in-one platform. It is unified platform. It can do everything. So data storing, data managing, data processing, data collection, and the running your models, AR, ML models. So everything you can do with Fabric. That is the difference. What is the difference between Azure Data Engineering and Fabric is, so it is from both are from Microsoft products only. So whatever you can do with all the services in Azure, we can do with only Microsoft Fabric. So data engineering related work can be deal with Fabric. So it has everything: data storage capabilities, data processing capabilities, data analytics capabilities, data scientist capabilities, Power BI integration, everything it has. It is all in one platform. Okay, so this we call bronze layer, silver layer, and gold layer. The data will be flowing right from one layer to other layer. This is called as medallion architecture. So in every organization, most of them will be using this medallion architecture only. Okay, so bronze layer for raw data. After processing using Databricks, we will process this data. That is silver layer. Using Databricks or Fabric or Azure Synapse Analytics, we can clean do aggregations. Okay, so that is gold layer. It will be gold layer data will be used by business leadership. Yes. Yeah, so what data engineers will do, they have to ingest the data from multiple sources. They will be using ADF. Okay, so we have to ingest the data from APIs, databases, or on-premise data. Also, we need to ingest sometime. So we will be using ADF. And to clean and transform data, I mean handling missing values or dropping duplicates and corrupted data, we have to we have to correct the corrupted data. So it can be done using either ADF or Databricks, but many organizations will use Databricks because it has big data and parallel processing computer property. And we need to build data pipelines. Yes, so we will be collecting ETL process, nothing but so collection, transforming, and loading. So we have to build these pipelines, so we can build them in both ADF and Databricks. We can use any of the tool. And so it supports, so Azure data engineers has to build the pipelines as per the requirement. Either it can be real-time processing or batch processing. Real-time processing means banks. So whenever you use phone pay, whenever some money is debited from your account means, so it has to be credited within seconds to other person, right? So that is real-time processing. Okay, so whenever you click on some Facebook notification or Facebook wallpaper, if you like it or comment it, it has to reflect within seconds, within microseconds. That is real-time processing. Batch processing means, so you will be running that pipeline every 2 hours or 4 hours. So you will collect the data during that time frame. 2 hours collect the data you will collect at one time, and you will process the 2 hours last 2 hours data at 2 p.m. Okay, so from 12 to 2 p.m. data you will collect and you process at 2 p.m. And 2 to 4 p.m. data you will collect and you process at 4 p.m. That is batch processing. Okay, so it supports Databricks supports both a real-time process and streaming. Real-time means streaming data and batch processing. Both are possible. Okay. Yes. Yeah, these all are discussed. So in our course, so we will be teaching Data Factory, Azure Data Factory. So for ingestion and our schedule pipeline scheduling, and Data Lake for storing our data, Databricks for big data processing and transformations, and Azure SQL databases. So for storing our structured data, and Python basics we will be covering, and SQL basics which are needed for data engineering. Everything will be covered. And in Databricks only, so Apache PySpark is there now. PySpark related coding will be for 13 to 15 hours. So everything will be taught. And so you already know everything: Data Factory, Databricks, SQL database, Python, SQL, everything you know. So at the end of our course, last 1 hour, one month, we will be teaching Microsoft Fabric. So Microsoft Fabric is nothing but, so whatever you learn using Data Factory, Databricks, analytics, so everything will be performed inside Microsoft Fabric. Okay, so it is nothing new. It is nothing new. So everything included in one place, that is Microsoft Fabric. So four brothers are there. Okay, so in one family, four brothers are there. So they have built their own houses. Okay, they have four independent houses. Okay, so the cost will be how much if you take each home 25 lakhs. So total cost will be 4 into 25, 1 crore. So they have to invest 1 crore for building four independent houses. Now in Microsoft Fabric is like, so they are now one family is there, other family is there, four brothers are there, but they are joint family. They build only one house with four rooms. So their house cost is 30 to 35 lakhs. Okay. So that is the difference. That only that difference. Okay. So when you are having four different houses, okay, that case we have to invest one crore. And so if I want to communicate anything, so I have to visit first brother house, second brother house, third brother, fourth brother. So I have to what happens? So whenever we are integrating in the Azure Data Engineering also, I have to connect each service with other service. It takes time. But everyone is inside one giant family in related to Microsoft Fabric. It is related to Microsoft Fabric. So if I want to convey something, so I will call everyone. I will call everyone, all four brothers at one time, and I will convey my message at one time only. Okay, so integration is very easy in Microsoft Fabric because everything is inside Microsoft Fabric, right? So integrating with services is difficult in Microsoft Azure, but inside Microsoft Fabric we have everything. So integration and managing is not required in Microsoft Fabric. So integration and managing is required in Azure. That is the difference. Okay. So latency, speed will be fast in Microsoft Fabric. I told now, instead of having four houses, we can have only one house. If I want to convey anything in Azure, it takes time. In Microsoft Fabric, it won't take time. Okay, so that is the difference. That is only the difference between Microsoft Azure and this one Fabric. Yeah, so importance of Azure Data Factory, I told now. So it will be used, it is very cheap and it doesn't need any coding. It is drag and drop code, a drag and drop tool. So it has ability to connect with other services easily. That's why we use for data ingestion, mainly for data ingestion and data pipeline orchestration means. So after so we will be having many activities, right? So after one activity, which activity has to come? After one process, which process has to come? Like kind of for those kind of things, we will be using Data Factory. And Databricks, I already told. So it is built on top of Apache Spark. It has distributed computing engine properties. So it works very well for big data process. So which cannot be handled by Data Factory. Okay. So we will be using Azure Databricks for what? Big data workloads and big data processing and transformations. Okay. So everyone can work. So it is unified and AI platform. So everyone can work. Mean data engineer, data analyst, and data scientist. Everyone can come and they can work. They can do their work on Databricks. Okay. Yes. Synapse Analytics, so it is very costly. So now every industry is decommissioning and not subscribing for this service because so Azure Synapse Analytics can perform using this service. We can build pipelines that will be achieved with Data Factory. We can run our notebooks. We can write PySpark coding and the big data processing work can be done in Azure Synapse. We are using Databricks for that. And one more thing, so it can perform analytics work. So we are using Snowflake for that. Okay, so Snowflake has replaced this Azure Synapse Analytics because it is very costly compared to Databricks, Microsoft Fabric, Data Factory, and Snowflake. It is very costly. So with 10%, how much we are investing, companies are investing on Azure Synapse. If we invest 10%, so we will get Snowflake has beautiful abilities than Azure Synapse Analytics. Okay, so this analytics work is different. That Snowflake and using DBT and ADF, that course is different. It is mainly for analytics guys, not for data engineering guys. Okay, yes. And this Microsoft Fabric, this is next big thing. It is just 2 years old only. So if you are keeping this Fabric skill in your resume, don't keep like 5 years. I have 5 years on Microsoft Fabric. Don't tell this one. They won't believe because it is just 2 years only. Okay, so you can in recent projects you can keep Microsoft Fabric, but don't tell like I have 5 years on both Azure Data Engineering and Fabric because it is 2 year old, and that's why everyone wants to include this one. It is very cheaper compared to Azure Data Engineering, and it is very and it is well managed, and it has every ability to do for more data engineering work. Okay, so I told it is all in one data platform. Okay, so it unifies data engineering, data scientist, real time analytics, and everything in one platform, that is Microsoft Fabric. And for storing and maintaining, we have a one lake architecture. I mean, so if you want to store any unstructured data, semi-structured data, or structured data inside Microsoft Fabric, that we have one lake. So there you can store any kind of data, and it has Power BI deep integration. So if you want to perform analytics work, Power BI integration is inside Microsoft Fabric only. We have this Power BI integration. Okay, so and everything is managed by Microsoft only. No need of managing it. Okay, I mean, so if you want to connect from ADF to Databricks, we need link service, and we have to provide everything. But in Microsoft Fabric, already they are integrated. So the everything is no infrastructure management and no built-in governments, and it is supported, it is maintained, well maintained by Microsoft only. So no need of extra maintenance effort, so it will be maintained by Microsoft. Yes, so after end of this course, we will be teaching 3 real-time end-to-end projects. Okay, so daily, whenever I am teaching, I will be covering real-time scenarios, but projects, 3 end-to-end projects we will be covering. Okay, and more than 20 real-time scenarios we will be having. Okay, so who can learn this Azure data engineering? I told na. So working professionals, who are working as testers or supporting jobs, or analysts, so they can come and work in high paying job, that is data engineering. And freshers, so who want ITRCS, who are from ITRCS background, or who have interest in IT, they can come and learn this course, and they can start in high, I mean, so future proof career, that is data engineering. Yeah, so this is 2 to 3 years old one, but if you see, 3 to 5 years of experience, and you can land between 10 to 20 lakhs. But it is not what it is not recent one, it is 2 to 3 years back picture. I have to change it this. Okay. Yeah, so my teaching approach will be, so every day we will be having live sessions. Okay, so those recordings will be shared within 30 to 40 minutes, and you can so real-time projects will be handled end to end, 3 real-time projects. And if you have any doubts, we can connect on weekends one to one. And if you want any support, if you are lagging somewhere, we can discuss. And so after end of the course, we will help you in resume building, and we will provide all the stuff related to interviews, and we can take mock interviews also, so that you will be prepared. Okay. Yes. Yes, guys. So now it is up to you. So you can unmute and you can ask the question. So if you have anything, any questions or any confusion or anything, you can ask me now. And I am thankful for because you attended this session. I am thankful to you. Yes. Now you can unmute and ask the questions.
Hi. We have discussed regarding the Snowflake, right? So with all the Microsoft tools, can we integrate Snowflake? Like, can we make a Snowflake as a part of the flow? Can we do that?
No, no,
Is
no.
it
So
possible?
it is not possible. But what we can do, so if many candidates are interested in this, we can start as new course in our here only. So we can start as new
Got
course,
it.
but it is because it has integrated. We have to. It will be 3.5 months course. Okay, more than 3 months it will take. With this price, if you want to include Snowflake also, it is not feasible. Okay, and one more
Got
thing,
it.
that Snowflake